What is going on, guys? My name is FMJ and I'm bringing you guys a Q&A video today, and I've been asked a lot in the past to do a Q&A video, and I just didn't feel as if my subscriber base was big enough at the time. But now that I'm almost up to 4,000 subscribers, I thought that in my last video I'd ask you to leave your best questions for me in the comment section. So I did take the questions that were best or most appropriate to answer in this video, and I did choose them for this video to answer. So wow, I kind of just repeated myself, but let's get started. The first question comes from Mr. Pimp 62, and what he's asking is if I'm going to be getting an Xbox anytime soon. And the unfortunate answer to this is no, and I have two reasons for this. One, because I don't really want to drop $200 on a console that I wouldn't really use. See, I've grown so accustomed to the PlayStation controller, and I realize that there are controller converters so that you can use your PS3 controller on an Xbox, but I don't know, it's just the mix of that and the fact that I have to pay $5 a month for Xbox and I wouldn't be playing it daily or anything like that. It just seems like a waste of money to me. Now I realize that all my Xbox subscribers want to play with me. I get a lot of questions actually asking me if they can play with me on Xbox, but I have to tell them no because I don't have one. But I just feel like it would be a lot of money to invest, or not really even invest because you're not gaining money from it, but it would just be a lot of money to drop on a console this late in the generation. That's my second reason. I feel as if it's too late to actually be purchasing any current generation console, because if I bought an Xbox now in a year or two, the Xbox 720 would be coming out, so it would just be a really short lifespan for my 360, and I just didn't feel like it would be worth it. So next question. The next one comes from someone named Tom P224, and he asks what the most fucked up thing I've ever done is. And there's a lot of things that I've done that I'm not really proud of, but I don't think I've ever done anything quote unquote fucked up. I'm just not that kind of person who does fucked up things. But the thing that comes to mind is probably when I was 3 years old. I had a really close family friend. She was a girl. Obviously, from what you're about to hear, you would probably hope that she was a girl, which she was. I'm not going to name her just in case she ever sees this. She probably doesn't even remember it at this point, so whatever. But what I would do was I would lay in bed and she would be in the bed next to me, and I realized I was only 3 years old, but we had this game called the quote unquote I'm Hot game. And this game would go a little something like this. Every time that she said I'm hot, she would turn over and I would kiss her, I guess. And that's just a little weird because she was one of those family friends that was close enough to actually be called my cousin. I don't know if you guys have family friends like that, but I called her mom my aunt and all that stuff. It was weird, and it's gonna be awkward seeing her again. I haven't seen her in like 7 years or something like that, so yeah, hopefully things are a lot better now between us. But next question. The next one comes from someone named Cheeks Are Hot, and he asks, are headsets worth it and why? And my personal opinion is yes. If you're a hardcore Call of Duty fan, they're pretty much essential. Now I realize that I don't really take Call of Duty too seriously, and I'm not some MLG pro player, but sound whoring became pretty much a fucking must-have thing to have when Modern Warfare 2 came out, because I was a hardcore Search and Destroy fan of Modern Warfare 2, and I wanted to learn how to sound whore, so I got my first pair of, Turtle Beach PX21s, I think they were, and they worked great. You don't really need an Astro A40 headset or anything like that. Something simple like Turtle Beaches will work just fine, but if you're going out all out on your headset spending, then get Astros or Tritons. I personally prefer Tritons, or Astros rather, because Tritons have really bad customer service from what I've heard. But yeah, the Astros are definitely worth it. They're awesome. That's what I use. I use the A40s, and if you want to sound whore and play competitively in game battles and all that stuff, then a headset is definitely worth it. But the next question comes from Mega Hipster Cat, and he asks, if you could move anywhere in the world, where would it be, who would you take, and why? And the answer to this is Australia. A lot of you guys know that I lived in Australia back in 1996 through 1999, or 1996 through 2000, I think it was actually, and I loved it there. From what I remember, I don't remember too much, but there are some specifics that I do recall, and I remember the beach, I remember the weather, I remember the school I went to, although the school was fucking hell. It was a Church of England school. Fuck that, I fucking hated that shit. But overall, Australia is like America, but on crack. It's awesome. The people are so nice there. There's no fucking assholes there. There are quite a few assholes in America, not gonna lie, but Australia is awesome. It's all around just a good place, and it's always warm there, so I can always head to the beach even in the winter, which is in June through August. Actually, the fucking seasons are backwards there. But yeah, I'm not really sure who I would take. I can't really tell you a specific person that I would take on this trip, or if I can move there. I don't know who I would take. I just meet new friends there, and yeah, it would be fun. Next question comes from Epic Arianas, and he asks, if you could go to any event in history, which would it be and why? And that would have to be the day that Call of Duty was invented. Now you're probably saying, well, what the fuck? Why would you want to go there instead of like World War II or something? Well, here's my theory. If I could go back in time to when Call of Duty was invented, then I would create it myself. I'd knock out the guy who invented it, convince him that it was a really bad idea, and then invent it myself. So I'd be a fucking billionaire right now. So that's my reason why I would go invent Call of Duty. The next question comes from Music Guy Uploader 2000, and this is a really good question actually. He asks, are you still pissed at Raw Instinct? Now, I wasn't really ever pissed at him. If you go look at my video where I kind of expose him for what he did to me, you would know that I kind of handled it in a pretty mature fashion. I think that it was really well done, really well executed overall, and I wasn't really ever pissed at him. It was just really upsetting. But yes, I kind of am pissed at him. He definitely got what he deserved, and I'm glad that he hasn't made any videos recently. I'm glad that he's taken this hit because it's something that he deserved. And he's not only messed with me, he messed with I Fly Illini, and there are definitely others he fucked over. So yeah, it's good that he's losing subscribers constantly. The next question comes from Lego Diego 1, and he asks, if you had to make an estimation about how much longer your YouTube career would last, what would it be? And this is a really good question as well, and this one's tough. I'm not really sure, because for all I know, I could drop Call of Duty tomorrow. There's some days where I just don't want to do YouTube ever again. I wake up one day and I'm just like, wow, I don't want to do YouTube anymore. But then the next day I'll wake up and fucking love it again. So it's hard to tell for me when I will actually drop YouTube for good. I can't see myself doing this in 3 years or so, just because, I don't know, I gotta move on, I guess, at some point. But unless I blow up and this becomes a career, even then I wouldn't make it my main job, because YouTube's not going to last forever. That's something that big YouTubers never realize. YouTube is going to get taken over one day by some other site, and it's going to get shut down, just like every other website. Websites have an average lifespan, I think, of 5 years or something like that. YouTube's outlived that, and yeah, I'm not really sure how much longer I'm going to be doing this. This time next year, I'll probably be doing it still, but let's take it one step at a time. And this will probably be one of the last questions. I'm not really sure how much longer is left in the gameplay. Let me just check real quick. Alright, this will probably be one of the last few questions. And this question comes from Jet Psycho, and he asks, what are your political views? And this is a tough question. Honestly, I don't give a shit about politics. I mean, maybe I will when it's relevant to me, when I need to pay taxes and all that stuff, but right now, I'm 16. I don't need politics in my life. But, yep. If this last question is easy, I could probably actually answer it, and yes it is. And it comes from Max the 12, and he asks, are you getting Black Ops 2? And that is a definite yes, but if it sucks, I swear I'm never buying another Call of Duty game again. So that's my answer. That was my first Q&A video ever. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Anyways, leave your questions in the comment section below, and they could get picked for the next one. So anyways guys, thanks for watching. I'm FMJ. I'm out. Peace.